It's a star-studded bench, one that includes Dani Alves and Lionel Messi. The lurking presence in the shadows of Lionel Messi. Wonder how much Guardiola will use him tonight, if at all.
He always wants to play exceptional, of course, in that second leg against Real Madrid. It's incredible. A great setup for the first one. Of course, took care of business with two of his own. Just on a different planet, regardless if he's 100% fit or not. I mean, one of those players that is just so difficult to mark. You just hope that you can do the best, and maybe he has an off night, but that doesn't happen very often with Lionel Messi.
From what, 4 or 5 yards? Wasn't the cleanest of contacts, and it was heading towards the side netting. Maybe just as well it was that close, but a simple finish in the end. Not quite sure what instructions you give to Messi when he's about to come on.
But this is a little bit better as he gets impeded Maggio here, but just numbers going forward. Again, nothing to lose, and you see Cesc Fabregas coming. I thought it was odd to see him playing forward. Now Leo Messi's going to take care of that. Going too much about that.
Just to kill it on his chest, finds Keita. Now he looks to get Messi rolling forward. Buzz of anticipation for his first touch. Xavi. And they're working their way through. Messi just couldn't pick that final ball for Pedro on the stretch.
That's the beauty of him, that he entices you to a tackle. Almost makes you feel that you can get there and reach there, and just before you commit yourself, there's a little bit of movement, a little bit of a poke of the ball, and off you go. And that's the dangerous when you can control the ball like this, almost as if it's glued to your foot under extreme pressure. That's what makes play special. I mean, if you give me time on the ball and in space, I suppose even I can look good from time to time.
And that's the problem with Messi. Do you get tight and risk the fact that he'll just roll away from you? Do you stand off and give him the momentum to start on one of those slaloming runs? And he's placed this with a real intent. Just a few minutes on the pitch, Lionel Messi. Found the net 3 times over the course of those 2 attritional games against Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup, and now looking to add to that. Xavi there as well, but Messi favourite. He's the one who's placed it, he's the one who struck it. Oh, and they've hit the woodwork again, but this time it is turned in. Pedro on the spot. 4th time lucky, I guess, from a Barcelona point of view, as they hit the post once more. But this time Pedro could finish, and Barcelona have their 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've hit the woodwork so many times in this match, especially in the second half. That's no surprise. Leo Messi, of course, from the set piece, and Pedro had a couple of very, very good chances himself where I thought he was going to put it away, as you see it here. I tell you what, great touch by
really
De Santis. He's done everything done, and look at this under pressure. De Sena trying to get back right there. He's got to twist his body right there to just put it on goal. There's a touch, definitely. De Santis probably one of the very few players on this Napoli team.
Any changes?
Well, as we've said, I think that both teams agreed on 11 substitutions.
There's Messi. Already made an impact and almost had Pedro in again.
See Hamsik alongside really in the first half. Hopefully now going forward, maybe if they get loose with Cavani once or twice, they can keep possession long enough.
Here we go with Messi, scoops it onto Sergio Roberto. Xavi and Messi trying to draw Napoli out here. Ruensa, they've worked it again, Sergio Roberto. Messi looking for the setup for Xavi. Look how many blue shirts are back there, but they picked their way through again. How easy was that? Well, the build-up fantastic. They picked the ball, picked the second ball, and Messi with the easiest of finishes. 4-0 in his 4th already in pre-season.
Well, and again, wide situation. If you remember the one that Cesc Fabregas has scored, there was another one that they didn't score on that one because De Santis came up with a huge save. Very much the same. You could see Pedro, Napoli, once again, with the number of defenders they have, they're very compact, given that. But centrally, not really looking wide. You could see Pedro just waiting for that ball to come in. Could look across the line to make sure that he's not in an offside position. Good touch forward, and off they go. And Messi follows up as he initiates that right there. Xavi finds Pedro. That touch actually wasn't great, but look at this once again. 1, 2, 3 Napoli defenders. Aronico, Cannavaro. Look at Cavani even defending right there, and still not seeing the run of Messi. But the problem was in the wide area because once again, Barcelona, this is what they like to do. They don't mind if you have 8 or 9 players behind the ball. But I think when you give them time on the ball right there, 20 yards away, and you play this compact, they look for those wide players, because not only can they play it across, but really you see Pedro or Villa or Messi in those situations.
Cannavaro's header straight to Xavi. Messi. Here he goes again.
Again, that's pretty tough competition if you consider that the season hasn't started just yet. I mean, the Super Cups in Spain, of course, normally nobody really looks at it, unless, of course, it is Real Madrid against Barcelona. No longer just any competition. That situation, I think he's going to be closely watching, of course, Fontas in that situation as well.
And a rare attack there from Napoli. Ultimately, nothing coming of it.
Maybe it's not such a huge concern that Mascherano or Busquets or Abidal have to deputize in that position.
Of course it means as well, and is always looking for the ball. Xavi and Messi. Doesn't fancy taking it on from distance. Pedro with the layoff. It's Cuenca. Now Xavi, Abidal. Roberto again. I think of all the youngsters in there, he certainly caught the eye tonight.
Quality side that knows how to keep the ball. I think that's I
think the Copa del Rey will be an important competition again for Guardiola this season, as he bids to give these youngsters more game time. Of course, the Champions League group stages can do that as well if they wrap up qualification, win the group early.
The first leg, as I've mentioned, that's going to be around the time where they play Clásico in La Liga anyway against Real Madrid. Champions League, and of course, many matches would have been played by then. I just think that he feels better about his squad now.
Messi onside, going for the bottom corner and finding it. Terrific finish. 2 for Messi, 5 for Barcelona. Exhilarating stuff.
It's almost too easy, isn't it, at this stage? And I think we felt that from the beginning, that the back 3 or back 4, because I really think they started with 4 players, almost looked to me that way, regardless of who's playing in the back. Certainly they haven't been on the same page, and then you look at these goals, and Maggio once again stranded a little bit. It's just too easy. I mean, you can say that Barcelona are a wonderful team to watch, but still, the defending, it's not an option, really. It's a choice you make, and right now, I just think that Barcelona is going to have to take the foot off the pedal here a little bit.
Very interesting. One of the replays there, you could see as the ball was being played forward, before it even left Abidal's foot, Messi had a little look over his left shoulder, saw how far away Cannavaro was, and knew that once he received it, he had time to turn, pick out the bottom corner. And Barcelona continue to purr at the new camp. Tough night for Napoli. Cristiano Lucarelli, the veteran striker, is on. He's going to get the final few minutes here, 35 now. Support out on that far side. Messi, delicate touch inside to Xavi. I think Napoli would accept the full-time whistle now. Still 10 minutes to play. Abidal.
Confidence losing from everywhere right now. Campagnaro, you could see the strain on their faces if you look at Napoli players. I mean, I felt as well. I mean, if you told me that it was going to be a 5-0, and by now it could have been 7 or 8, if you look at the chances, the woodwork, the opportunities that are created by Barcelona, I don't think I would ever put money on that.
It wasn't a good challenge on Cuenca. To report that he's recovered from that fairly strong challenge from Victor Ruiz. Messi taking over. Dos Santos. Messi once more. Lovely little ball in behind. Xavi dabs it forward. Great ball. Sergio Roberto's in here. Good work from the goalkeeper. First piece of action from Antonio Rosati. Timed that perfectly. Right through the middle.
That space for that ball to be played, and in the end, yes, well played by Rosati. But maybe Walter Mazzarri can still address that somehow in the transfer window, but because even those 3 centre backs and wing backs.
Messi offside this time. One of the questions, I suppose, for Mazzari is, well, would he try to go to a flat back four? You don't want to mess with a system that has, and as of yet, no consolation for Napoli. Messi to Xavi. Messi again, Donadel trying to get close. Well, right on cue, there is the full-time whistle, and what a display from Barcelona. Not just the big guns who did chip in with the goals, Fabregas, Keita, Pedro, and a brace from Messi after his arrival in the second half. But so much to admire in the younger players, those 21 and under, who stepped up to the mark tonight, particularly in the first half when the game wasn't certain. Napoli made a very good start, excellent first 10 minutes, goal disallowed for their star man Edinson Cavani, but after that, Barcelona took over and dominated.
Yeah, an opportunity for both managers to see quite a few players in different situations. I mean, what else can you say there? 5-0, and I think Barcelona were kind to Napoli.
Well, great experience for the young players for Barcelona tonight, but still it's the big names who've come up with the goals, and another couple for Messi. More analysis to come after the break.